Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Geneforge, where we are back in the Sentinels, or still in the Sentinels as we had really left last time, when I last left off. However, this is unexplored, of course, because I did go back to my save from 2 episodes ago, just ran out of the Encrypt and straight here, which means we don't have Saria with us, but I don't know, there shouldn't be really any fighting. I mean, I have fought these guys, so I don't really need to explore the options that seem to lead to conflict, right? I just want to see what this would have been about if I had not, bypassed the entire thing. Anyway, I guess I'm going to put on the leadership belt because we're going to be talking to these, right? So let's see what this is all about. There's a shade in this ruined warehouse. It holds up its hand. Stop! I am the first of the guardians. We all will take a toll before you may pass. Speak with me so I may feed. Feed? Wait, you're not going to eat me, right? A shade stands in the middle of the room. It's a wispy and substantial thing, yes, and yet it radiates powerful heat. Okay, so that's the same. Who created you? That's the same. What price do I have to pay? I must take your strength. I must make you weak. Only if you let me feed will I let you pass. I'm guessing that it will literally drain my strength. The question is it only temporary? Like, is this some sort of test? Or is it actually going to take my strength if I let it, like, permanently? I mean, I guess I could imagine each one of these draining a different attribute, and then there's going to be some sort of test by Hustas in the end. And if you pass it, you get your stuff back, because permanently sacrificing stats seems like a deal breaker, honestly. No shade, I will not let you take my strength. Back away? Okay, I guess that's just the option to cancel this whole thing and back out. I will not pay, I will slay you first. Okay, well, there's the combat option. And you have done so. You scare me, and that fear makes me feel weak. Thus I have paid. That's kind of strange, and it doesn't mention that I'm trying to trick it, but I'm guessing that's the leadership option. Okay, just for the sake of curiosity, I'm going to pick number 1 here. Take my strength. Okay, decreases strength by 1. Huh. The shade lurches forward, fast as a flying thorn. Okay, so basically a bullet. And engulfs you. You fall to your knees as strength is drained from you. Then the shade returns to its position. I have fed. You may move on to the next. Cool. Yep, I mean, strength has been decreased, and I'm free to pass now. Great. Let's not do that. That seems like really like an option no one should ever pick, especially since there is an alternate way. There's never any kind of reason to go through this area. I mean, what good was there? There were some items along the way, but not really a whole lot. And then the boss, if you want to call it a boss, doesn't even drop anything. Up here, there are these Quicksilver boots, or whatever they're called, that might be interesting to some, but obviously you can get that without ever engaging with the shades at all. And then there's the orc section with orc section, which is also completely optional and separate, just in case you want those gloves. Although I'm not really convinced they're that useful for anyone with the negative curse resistance. Anyway, yes, a shade. I still have the girdle on, right? In case it makes a difference. Well, this is just cancelling it. This will lead to combat, which we have seen, so I guess number 4 it is. Shades are limited creatures, and your statement confuses it. Simple programming. It pauses for a long while, then it says, then you have paid. You may pass. Okay, well. Okay, I assuming the other ones go similarly, I guess I can imagine how the rest of this is going to be, but I mean, it's going to be quick enough. I suppose I might as well. Yes, the pillars. That's right. I guess this is going to be quick enough, right? Because there's absolutely no combat. I'm just going to run through this. I guess I'm going to do one pass through with trying to trick them. They might get increasingly more difficult, so we'll see if this keeps working. I must take your speed. I must make you slow and sluggish. Only if you let me feed will I let you pass. Okay, talk slowly. But I am already slow and sluggish. I don't need to play that. Move around slowly. Okay. That seems like it shouldn't trick anyone, including a limited construct, but Never mind. They really are kind of stupid. Or I'm just that good, who knows. What price? I must take your thoughts, okay? I will have the secrets in the treasure house of your mind. Only if you let me feed can you pass. Right, so that's intellect, of course. You want my thoughts and secrets? Here they are. Start talking a lot. That's what you get. Shades are limited creatures, and your literal mindedness confuses its simple programming. You talk and you keep talking, telling it your opinions, your ideas, a few shaper secrets, stories from your childhood, and so on. Favorite recipes. Shade seems baffled. I keep talking. You have to keep talking for a while, but eventually the Shade is sated. I have had enough secrets from you. I do not need to take any more. I can't hold them. You may pass. Just leave me in peace. Get out of here. All right. So we'll see what Eustace is going to say. I mean, he said that he was going to take a toll from me as well. Huh. I guess we'll see how literal that is. Strange being, yes. I mean, okay, just in case this is different. Who or what are you? I don't understand. What happened to you? Right, let's not antagonize him. It's an interesting story. What can you tell me about these ruins? They're my home. How long have you been here? I do not know. Centuries, something like that. Settlers come, right. Describe the ruins. Well, I mean, I've seen them. The rest you must find out yourself. There really isn't all that much to find out, honestly. Especially if you've reached him legitimately. Well, I mean, both ways are legitimate, but you know what I mean. Right, another question. What price do I have to pay? I must take your energy, your life essence. Oh, so it's gonna drain essence. Life essence? Or is it endurance? I will eat it and make myself strong. Only if you let me feed will I let you pass. I will pay the toll. You may eat some of my life. What does that remind me of? Allowing some sort of creature to... Well, okay. I'm currently playing Shin Megami Tensei 3, and I've played all the other Shin Megami Tenseis and some other related games, so I'm familiar with the concept of letting demons you encounter take a bit of your life force, sometimes as payment, trying to recruit them. But I don't think I'm thinking of that. I feel like I'm having this kind of half deja vu of I don't know, allowing some entity in some sort of video game to, I don't know, literally suck some life out of you. I don't know. Can't really put my finger on it. Anyway, you may eat some of my life. Yeah, it's just that imagery that the sentence summons, I suppose. No, foul creature, I will not let you take my essence. Back away. I mean, at this point, at this point I have tricked all of them. But I guess he's too cunning to fall to such simple trickery. I will not pay. I submit to nothing, magical or not. I will slay you first. Well, okay. Is there nothing I can do? Is there no way I can get you to let me pass without eating my life? The Shade ponders this. Yes, there is an intruder in these ruins. It calls itself Gutch. Okay, so these larger ruins, not these here in particular. Gutch, it stinks to me. It invades, and I fear it. It is powerful. Okay, so you have not met and not made a pact from... well, at least it doesn't sound like you did. Swear to kill it. Kill this Gutch, and I will not only let you pass, but I will reward you with life when the deed is done. But if you agree, I will mark you, so you may not betray me. You may not betray me. I will make you stink with hatred of him. If you agree, I will mark you. You will not be able to consort with him against me, so make your choice wisely. So I guess this just means that Gutch is going to be immediately hostile if I accept this. So there is no way to, pretend to accept this deal and then actually side with Gutch, possibly against Eustace. Right. That is fair. Mark me and I will kill Gutch. I will not pay. I will not deal with you. I go where I will. I mean, I'm not gonna keep playing this. This is just to to explore what alternatives there would have been. So this really doesn't matter. But I mean, the outcome of number 1 is clear here. But I wonder if he's going to just immediately turn hostile if I say number 2 here. I will not pay. I will not deal with you. I go where I will. Then leave me and return when you have gained wisdom. Oh, okay. He does give me another chance. So I can just talk to him again. Price. I mean, sure, let's just accept it. Okay, quest has been added. Makes sense. Eustace waves a dark shimmering hand. You feel a tingling sensation on your face. On my face. Oh, so that I'm literally marked so that Gurch is gonna see immediately what's what. Gurch's West, slay him, purify my home. Your home. Wait, your home? He might just be referring to these ruins as a whole and not the temple necessarily. Okay, interesting. I wonder in what possible future playthrough I might want to choose to side with Eustace. Of course, I haven't actually talked to Gurch, so I don't really know what kind of character he's going to be, what his agenda is going to be. But I'm guessing that I could ally with him. Or I could probably choose not to ally with anyone. Obviously, I could also, or I'm assuming at least that I could choose to ally with Trashkov, but that seems like the worst option. I don't know. I guess it depends on what kind of character you're playing. Anyway, right. Shattering ancient ruins at the northwest corner of the island ask you to kill a shaper named Gurch. You have been marked with a symbol that will help Gurch recognize you as his enemy. Well, help him. That's nice of me. Or of Eustace. Okay, well, that's all very interesting, but again, obviously, I'm not going to keep this. Now, just out of further curiosity, I'm going to let them all drain me and see if that changes anything. I mean, I'm guessing that the only change is going to be that I'm going to be weaker at the end. So that reduces my strength, and I'm free to go. Nice. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to, or what I'm hoping to prove or experience this way, but it's going to take very little time. Yeah, agility is drained. I guess I'm just considering that Eustace might have some different dialogue. Okay, strength, agility, and intellect. And there we are. What price do I have to pay? Well, this is all the same. I will pay the toll. You may eat some of my life. Eustace lurches forward, fast as a flying thorn. Okay, same thing. And whirls about you. The experience is horribly painful. Ice flows through your veins. The thing reaches into your chest, into your being, and rips something out of you. I guess I didn't really read the other descriptions in detail. Maybe they would have been slightly different as well. Oh well. I guess the experience is going to be overall somewhat similar. Then Eustace returns to its position. As you struggle to remain standing, it says, "I have fed. You may leave my realm." Through here, right? Yes, obviously. Okay, and that was Essence Mastery, yeah. Okay, it looks like nothing broke or anything. I just misclicked and dragged the window of my recording program, basically. And I think I managed to somehow get it back to the exact same size, so the recording is continuing. Anyway, I used that opportunity because that I would have done that anyway, to also reload the proper save file, so we can continue in the temple. What's this area called exactly? The Great Temple. Follow. Okay, so he's actually gonna wait for me. What's it say here? Oh, I guess I never got the proper introduction to this area, apart from being talked to by this Gamma greeter. Yeah, anyway, was there anything else I wanted to say? No, I guess not. I mean, yeah, that final experiment, if you will, really wasn't necessary and didn't really bring much enlightenment, but yeah, interesting for sure. I mean, again, no one would really choose to have their attributes drained, right? I mean, that's just silly. I mean, I'm assuming that you do need a relatively high amount, at least a moderate amount of leadership to trick the constructs. And then I guess the only way to bypass Hustes without fighting or sacrificing your essence would be to actually agree and mean it to assassinate Gutch. But yeah, again, as I was starting to say at some point, but I guess I never finished, you really don't have to go through that area. There is a complete alternate path that makes it so you don't have to deal with that area at all. So there's that. Plus the mechanics-based path where you just bypass the entire map. So plenty of ways to not have to deal with any of that nonsense. But still interesting encounters nonetheless. Anyway, for real now, the real timeline, the Great Temple. This ruin is the largest ancient building you have seen on Susha Island. It is an enormous structure with tall, arched stone roofs and massive pillars. The etchings covering the walls suggest that this was a temple and maybe a seat of government as well. The markings look both like prayers and records, poetry and laws. Whatever these halls were used for, they were the center of much activity. Recently, this place has been adapted for other purposes. Piles of freshly swept rubble and litter line the pathways. Tattered banners bearing Shaper symbols hang from the walls. Okay. Gutch has been trying to redecorate the place, make it look nice. These have been hauled in from elsewhere. The tracks of creations are in the dust everywhere. You see the distinctive footprints of both battle alphas and drakes. Battle gammas, really, also. There is the faint smell of essence in the air. This mighty ruin has been turned into a Shaper outpost, and a well-guarded one at that. An obelisk before you identifies who has taken up residence. It says, Realm of Gutch. Okay, so not one for subtlety, it seems. This obelisk has only recently been dragged up here, probably by someone very strong. It was then carved Realm of Gutch. Okay, that's really all it says. Okay, Gamma, keep going. Oh, this is the main entrance. Interesting, diagonal kind of layout. It's pretty uncommon. Yes, I'm following. If you could not stop every 2 steps. I guess I could try and do a better job to predict where you want to keep going and keep up with you. What are these? This pylon is covered with ancient carvings. It looks like some sort of ledger covered with ancient records and mathematics. Your best guess of the meaning is that at one point the people here had a lot of sheep, and then later they had more sheep. Okay, so who knows if I'm interpreting that correctly. Okay, those first 2 were both about sheep, seemingly. This pylon is covered with ancient carvings. It looks like some sort of song or prayer. There are also carvings of the sun and people worshipping some sort of rock, or maybe an animal. Pretty crude drawings, I guess. This pylon is covered with ancient carvings about sheep. I see. Yep, and even more sheep. Maybe they really like sheep. Maybe it's orcs. Proto-orcs. Or something. And more sheep. And the rock animal again. I mean, why not both? Okay. This is the core of this temple. The most important ceremonies, whether political, religious, or both, took place here. This room has been recently remodeled. All of the old junk has been torn out and replaced with a rough Shaper laboratory. Fungal control panels and tables covered with equipment line the walls. At the north end of the room you see a Shaper, flanked by a pair of loyal serviles. The Shaper is tall and of heavy build. He was very powerful even before he got access to the magic of Susha Island. The magic of Susha Island, yes, but not the Geneforge itself. So, well, we'll see how powerful he really is. Just in case we turn out to be enemies. The use of augmentation canisters has left him radiating power and confidence. Oh, I know that feeling. When he sees you, he casually grins. He doesn't see you as the slightest threat. Ah, the Shaper has come at last. Welcome, I am Gutch. You are my guest. Inspect what you want. Take what you want. As long as you do not wander too far from this chamber, you are safe. Please come and speak with me. Are you implying that I'm free to go anywhere, even far from the chamber? I just might not be safe, as in there might be hostile creations around? Or is it actually going to anger you if I do so? Okay, servants. Oh, okay. Okay, these are weak. So if it comes to combat, those are not going to be the problem. This isn't going to be much of a problem either. Nor these. Nor these. I mean, there's a lot of them, all in all. And he is level 23. Okay, that's now officially the highest level creature, even higher than the Lord Ornk, or Ornk Lord. What was it called? Not a ton of health. He's a spellcaster after all, but quite a few resistances across the board. Yeah, very hard to affect mentally or to stun, as you would expect. Okay, seems defeatable. I mean, the level is really high, obviously. That's, yeah, 6 levels above. I mean, and that's 6 levels above me, and even higher above, well, not some of my creatures anyway. Yeah, so let's probably not fight him right away, if we end up fighting him. Why do I assume that everyone's going to be an enemy? Surely we must run into more friends. Oh, the traitor. Achievement unlocked. Looks pretty young on the picture there. Or this picture here, in fact. I was kind of picturing him to be older, for some reason. Gurch the Shaper has the detached, arrogant look and gentle glow of a repeat canister user. The forbidden magic of Susha Island has powerfully augmented him. He is an outlaw now. He inspects you, analyzing how strong you have grown. He's not impressed. Oh, come on, give me some credit. I am Gurch, a Shaper like you. I was brought here like you, a victim of the trickery of Trashkov, the outsider, the invader. You have gone to a great effort to reach me. Now I must know, why are you here? That is a very good question, mostly just because this place exists. I've come here to speak with you, I want to learn more about this island. I mean, that's basically always true. I've come here to kill you. Not specifically, not without having learned anything about him. So, yes, number 1, for now. I'm glad. I would like to deal with you. There is a way you can help both me and the Shaper people, but, I mean... he's technically an outcast, but I'm not sure if he's still hoping to, return to Shaper society and somehow avoid punishment for some reason. He might have a plan in that regard. If you help me, I can help you in return. Don't you know this island is barred? Why are you still here? This island is barred by the Shaper Council, hiding in their citadel. You can wander this world for 1,000 years and you will never find a more baffled or impotent group of fools than the Shaper Council. Okay, that's an opinion. Probably best not to say that kind of thing anywhere near the Shaper Council, or you might find out that they're not that impotent, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, for all I know, they really might be. But I get a feeling like they actually do hold some power. Anyway, you have seen the wonders here. You have had a taste of the power and glory that just sits around, ready for the taking. Well, yeah, pretty much. I reject the Shaper Council and all of their foolishness. Okay, so he's when he says that we're going to help the Sheeper, the Sheeper. Oh boy, the Shaper people. He does not include the Shaper Council. Important distinction. Right, the power here is our birthright, and I will not let them steal it. I mean, the Shaper Council wasn't really, or at least as far as I know, wasn't really going to steal this or do anything with the things on this island, right? I mean, we don't know or have any reason to assume that they had any kind of plans to return here and use this forbidden knowledge for themselves or for anyone. But, well, who knows? Now that it has been rediscovered, I suppose it's reasonable to assume that they would have at least made sure that, not anyone will just wander in and use that power for themselves. Well, tell me how you came to Susha Island. I mean, I basically know, right? But let's obviously hear his version of the story. He laughs. The same way you did. Well, I mean, probably not literally the same way, but... I was imprisoned, captured by Trashkov. I was being sent to our colony on Donar's Isle to take command and administer it. A mild honor at best, though not a position without hope of advancement. Then a Sholai ship slew my craft, and I swam to shore to the east edge of this island. There I was abducted. See, not exactly like myself, but yeah, I see. Similar enough. I'd like to know more about you. Gurch is quiet for a while. The longer he thinks, the more concerned he looks. It is strange. I know I had a long, productive career before I came here, doing something. Those memories have faded. All I can focus on now is my glorious future. All the things I need to do. Worrying. Tell me more about the Sholai? Most of them are far away. Once the few invaders on this island are purged and I have gained power, I will decide how to approach them. By what? By who? I'm not entirely sure. I know I just read the previous paragraph, but I'm Krashkov. Is it okay? But like abducted by who? I guess I was still talking about how he swam ashore, and yeah. Trashkov and his dummies, his puppets, addled in the brain by Shaper magic far beyond them. Yeah, you seem to be a little bit addled, my friend. Just saying. I probably shouldn't be saying that. Trashkov abducted me for the same reason he stranded you. He needed a Shaper's help to master the incredible power here. He was a fool. How could he think any Shaper in his right mind would help him usurp our sacred secrets? As soon as I figured out what he had found, I took action. Go on. He had found the Geneforge. It is the most amazing work of Shaper magic I've ever seen. It has the power to rework, to remake anyone who uses it. It gives awesome power. Gurch laughs. All you need is a pair of gloves. Shaping gloves. A rare, powerful tool that modulates and channels the power of the Geneforge. He had one pair of those gloves, one priceless pair, and I stole them. I have them here. That's the one bit of important information that I had kind of forgotten about, but yeah, obviously I had heard about that before. Can I have those gloves? No, there is only one person who will ever use them. Me. Okay. And so what will happen now? I must use the Geneforge. Its power is too great to be wasted, and only I have the strength and control to master it. First, though, there's the stalemate. Krashkov is there. I am here. Neither of us has the strength to defeat the other. Okay. It's interesting that you would just admit that, but I mean, obviously it's the case, or else you would have already defeated him, or be currently in the process of fighting him. That is why I have allowed you to reach me without slaying you. How very nice of you. I mean, seriously though, your creations right here aren't that impressive. I've seen worse, much worse. Well, anyway, what was this ruin? I do not know. I do not concern myself with history. It is not relevant to my quest, my new destiny. I have adapted this place to my own purposes and filled it with guards of my choosing. What sort of guards? The finest drakes and battle creations. I did not know it was possible to make drakes anymore. Now I can, thanks to the marvelous canisters. So many things our people denied us, so many things I can do now. My creations wander these halls, and many of them are ordered to kill strangers on sight. I would suggest restricting your movements, otherwise you might be slain. I see. Well, I think I'm going to do a little bit exploring one way or the other. I'm very interested in learning about the ancients who live here. Could you tell your guards to not attack me? Gurch frowns, then he thinks about it. Then he laughs. If I thought there was a chance that you could possibly hurt me in this elevated state, I would refuse. But you are my guest. Go ahead, wander around. If you enter my chambers or try to go anywhere you should not, my traps will make short work of you. My chambers are in the northwest corner. Stay away. Fair enough. I'll have a look. What do you want, and how can you help me? Time of the Splendor, you must die now. Yeah, I mean, he himself is quite powerful, a little bit intimidating, and obviously I'm not prepared now. The thing is, he seems a little bit, I don't know, untrustworthy. I mean, I'm sure he's convinced of what he's saying, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's telling me the truth. He's not, trying to hide from me that he's planning to take full control of the Geneforge and make himself the all-powerful new leader of the whole Shaper race or whatever nation, and probably the entire world as the next step. I'm just not sure that I want to, support him in that goal. Not that I want to take the power of the Geneforge for myself either, but I kind of have a feeling like letting him achieve his goal is not much better than letting Krashkov achieve his goal. In fact, they're both bad. So yeah, I feel like eventually I'm going to oppose both of them. Seems like. Now I kind of almost wish I had not slain Hustas. Not that I don't know. I'm not really sure how much good an alliance with that weird creature would have done me or anyone, but it would have been an interesting alternative, if nothing else. But I mean, I really don't. I mean, I don't know that I won't need an alliance with anyone, with any faction, or any of these powerful singular figures. I'm sure it would be helpful, but I'm also sure that I'm ultimately going to be able to win the game without allying with any of them, right? And yeah, Hustas is kind of out of the picture at this point. Trashkov was never an option, and now that I've got to know Gutch a little bit, he's also really not an option. So yeah, I guess it's just me and the Awakened, and yeah, that's basically it. And I guess the Rebel July as well. And yeah, there are some people here and there who have reasonable ideas about about things. Let's just hope I don't go crazy at some point from canister overuse without anything I can do about it. That would be a shame. Anyway, what do you want? Well, let's just hear it. Of course you are interested. If you help me, you can earn a glorious place in my new empire. Oh, that's nice. Before the decisive final acts, however, we must do some groundwork. Trashkov has created a problem for me. And what problem is that? He realizes that I am a true threat to him. He has sent several bands of Sholai assassins to kill me. They are sneaking through the desert as we speak. Really? My scout creations have found a band of them. You need to drive them off. You need to go drive them off. I mean, I think what I would like to do, if the game allows me, or to the extent that the game allows me, is I'm going to pretend to be working for him. I mean, I do want to work against Trashkov. That part is not going to be pretend, right? That part's true. It's just that when the time comes to hand the Geneforge over to Gutch, I'm not going to do it, right? If the game gives me the option, I'm going to probably destroy the Geneforge. That would be the smartest thing in the long run. As tempting as it is to try using it for myself. I mean, I guess if I get to that point with all the other players off the board, and I stand in front of the Geneforge with the gloves, and I get a choice whether to use it or to destroy it. I'm guessing that the game will offer me that option. I can always save the game and try both things, right? Just to see what using the Geneforge does, but only in a similar way as when I explored escaped the island without doing anything, without solving anything ending, just to see what it does. But the ending that I would choose for my real playthrough for this character is to destroy it. And yeah, I don't know. Then ideally, if the game gives me that choice, to not return to Shaperlands, but maybe travel with my Sholai allies back to their homeland or something. We'll see. I mean, that would be ideal, because my character should realize that returning to the Shaperland is gonna be his death sentence. Basically, they're not gonna forgive him for tampering with these things, for even just having accidentally been to the island. But well, anyway, for now, I'm guessing that's gonna be an option. I'm going to work with Gutch without really committing to help him in the end, because obviously, if nothing else, I'm always gonna have the choice to just attack him and kill him, or try to. So sure, for the time being, killing Sholai assassins sent by Trashkov, perfectly okay with that. Where are they? Their camp is in the south end of the desert, not far north of Fakiri. Oh, is it that little camp that I saw? Those guys. I was thinking that maybe some new events, some new encounters would just pop up somewhere. But yeah, there is that camp of Sholai who just didn't want to talk to me, really. That would make sense. I'm pretty far away, though. But then I took care of most of the dangerous things between them and here, so yeah, nothing really stopping them from just coming here. They've not taken great pains to hide themselves. They don't realize how far my scouts can range. I see. Why don't you dispose of them yourself? Gurch scowls. He does not like being questioned. My time is too valuable. I do not want to take even the smallest risk before I have absorbed the power of the Geneforge. I need you to prove you are worthy to be my ally. Choose whatever reason you prefer, whatever it takes to obey me. Okay, Master, whatever you wish. This errand is beneath me. You should be using my time more usefully. I mean, honestly, I should be saying this. I guess there is a small chance that I might actually gain his respect by choosing to speak to him so boldly, but I think it's far more likely that in his somewhat delusional state, he's just going to get angry. Probably not to the point of actually starting to to kill me or to kick me out, but just, getting annoyed and refusing to work with me until I change my mind. That's what I'm guessing. I will not be a mercenary. I will dispose of the Shorai assassin. So 2 options to refuse, interestingly. I mean, since my plan is to, pretend to work with him for the time being until I inevitably eventually betray him, I should just go with number 3, but number 1 is so tempting. Just in case this actually leads to something interesting. This errand is beneath me. You should be using my time more usefully. You make yourself as convincing as possible, but it is hard to intimidate a shaper. Harder to intimidate a shaper than a creation. So with this, dang it! I have not put on my belt, have I? Can I? Oh, I can exit. I learned the trader, right? That's from the very start. Yeah, I have not put this on. Well, we'll see if I get the same option again. What do you want? How can you help me? What problem is that? Where are they? Right. This errand is beneath me. Please? Well, I guess that's still not enough, if this really is an option. It's hard to intimidate a shaper than a creation. He sees your point, but he has his own purposes. Yes, I agree, a little. I suppose it is wasteful. I will still require this gesture. Well, in that case, I will dispose of the Shorai assassins. I'm sure he's going to have more worthy assignments after that. Okay, well, it is a quest. It's hard to turn down, Yes, drive them out of my desert. As of recently, they were still in the camp not far north of Akiri. Show these upstart invaders the power of the Shapers. And that's all it is for now? There was more to talk about, though. I tired of this. Alright, never mind, actually. Right, these are just options to attack or leave. Okay, fair enough. Tomato? I hadn't seen that name before. That's kind of cute. I mean, he is red. Makes sense. Yeah, but, I mean, level-wise, all the creations really aren't that intimidating. But, of course, he himself is a different matter altogether. So his quarters are in the northwest, right? I wonder if just wandering anywhere, even not close to his own quarters, would have turned these things hostile if I had not talked to him and gotten the official permission. He did say that I can just take whatever I want, so I guess I will absolutely do that. Can you? Hello, please. Okay. Apparently you prefer to run into that battle beta. Okay, I still have more tools, more shaper tools in my junk bag, which I want to turn in. Probably should do that in between episodes. I mean, I'm always going to find more, most likely, but I do have a good number, right? They don't stack, so it's going to be a bit of a pain to sift through all of that and, I don't know, make room in my inventory and, yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, so here's the other entrance that we had already seen. Bunch of drakes patrolling. Lots of canisters that were just standing in the corridors, I guess, until presumably Gutch used them. Okay, nothing useful in there. Now, of course, he did specifically mention the, the lost, or presumably lost. Oh, wow, really? Yeah, that's a little bit expensive. Can't really justify using that many. Okay, I'm going to take a note about that for later. I might find some sort of key here, maybe after I kill him, or maybe I can steal one from his private quarters. Wait, what? Oh, really? I thought this was just a small storage room. I did not think this was actually going to lead to his quarters. I didn't quick save. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay, let's do that again. Hi. Sparred. Social Island. Go on. Can I have those gloves? No. Gloves. What's this? Ruin. Guards. Learning about the ancients. Right. That's where it gives me permission to look around. Except not that one room. I mean, just as I entered that room, and I really thought I didn't see the door at first. I didn't think that was going to connect to anything, let alone his quarters, because it really just looked like some random storage room. I was beginning to wonder where his quarters would even be, because there wasn't that much room left. But yeah, now I know. It's fine. Right, so I'm basically allowed to go anywhere else. That's good to know. Another question. What do you want? What problem is that? Where are they? Errand is beneath me. Okay, fine, I'm going to do it anyway. There. Now let's try that again. Is there anything useful in here? Of course I don't remember. Okay. Right, and then the shaper tool's down here. And one of these. This one had books, or... yeah, 4 books. These. How strong are these cryodrakes here? 14. These are 13. Yeah. Obviously, the difficulty of this place when I finally attack Gutch is gonna be determined by how many of these things I'm gonna have to fight at once. I'm guessing that not the entire staff is gonna turn hostile at once. That would be a little bit much. But, well, we'll know for sure when that happens. Right, anyway, so as I was just starting to talk about, I think, when the unfortunate thing happened, is that Gutch specifically mentioned the drakes, right? The art of summoning drakes, which had been lost or forgotten or forbidden or whatever. But he rediscovered it here, and he learned it. Obviously, he has created plenty of drakes. So my hope is that there's going to be some kind of way for me to learn it here. And I hope that I don't have to first break into his private quarters to learn. Unless doing that only means that I'm going to have to fight the guards there, and not that Gutch is going to turn hostile. Of course, if I am free to enter his chamber and possibly learn how to summon drakes there, so long as I can survive, and if that doesn't break my deal with him, I'm obviously very tempted to do it. Anyway, someone has grown a healing and an essence pool here. They are clearly recent creations, fresh and well fed. These pools require considerable skill, both alchemical and magical, to create. Right. I get it. Gutch is amazing. Oh, thanks for the one living tool. I've not been finding nearly enough of those recently. Okay. Anything useful on these things here? Nope. More sheep. And the rock. And more sheep. And something else. Okay. Rod of Electric. Another one of these. Hasted, yeah. Never else. Hasted for 6 turns. Nah. Thanks, but no thanks. I can do better. We'll see if I can deal with this. This passage is filled with large mines. They're exceptionally huge and nasty specimens, and the moment you get close, they turn their sensors towards you. You notice that the sensors on top have long, thin red stripes running up and down their length. Okay, so these are red mines. Yes. 6 living tools, huh? Leave alone. Okay. I guess I'll return once I have the thing required, the red spore baton, I suppose, required to disarm those, which I'm pretty sure must exist somewhere. Right. Actually, there's nothing else to find here. This is going to lead toward the forbidden quarter, the forbidden corner. Okay, interesting. Thick? Wait, I did not actually... 12, oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, I mean, it didn't nearly kill me, so... These are even higher. And these actually summon things. Interesting. Well, in that case, even these are not going to help. So I should probably just go ahead and trigger them all? Because obviously there is something past that. Or is that not going to connect to the same room? Is that just a way to enter his private room without angering his guards? And possibly himself? Because it looks like I've actually been everywhere else, right? Yeah, there's this super hard to pick thingy that I want to maybe return to later. I really hope that I'm not going to be forced to spend that many tools to open that. I mean, I suppose I could technically take a look inside and then decide whether it's worth it, but I don't know what could possibly be good enough to justify that amount of living tools. Even if I could reduce that by maybe 1 point or 1 tool with my, with the gloves. Okay, well, this is kind of disappointing. I was hoping for more readily available treasure of some sort, but I guess not. Well, I'm gonna make a cut here. Next time, I'm going to see what happens when I fight these things. I basically want to see if I can. I mean, I'm assuming I can defeat them. I want to see if the entire staff turns hostile, and if not, I want to then see if Gush himself turns hostile. And if not, yeah, I'll keep whatever I find in here. Obviously, there's got to be something good in there. It might be the Drake canister that I'm kind of hoping for, or maybe just something else useful in some way. If that doesn't work, if it turns out that it does turn him hostile, which I don't want to happen quite yet, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try this route, which seems like the more annoying, possibly more deadly one. And then, same thing. See if that angers him. And if everything angers him, I guess I'm just gonna leave and keep working for him a little bit more. Or I guess I haven't really worked for him. Only agreed to do so. So yeah, we'll start doing that. And yeah, well, we've finally met him and determined that he's not going to be our ally in the long run. So that's good to know. And after I deal with the, yeah, there they are, with those Sholai, which I don't remember how strong they were, but I don't think they were that bad. Should be quite doable at this point. And then we'll finally get to, I mean, I could have done that a long time ago, of course, but then I will finally start to move toward the northeast of the island. Starting with maybe the power station? I've been curious about that. Maybe I'm going to actually tackle these bridges first, because I've also been curious about those for even longer. So, yeah. And I'm expecting those to go pretty quickly at this point. They should not be all that bad. But who knows, maybe they are going to be bad. Anyway, yeah. Next time, some poking around Gurch's private quarters, see if we can do anything useful there. Then this mission, which should not take very long. And I guess then we'll see what his next quest is going to be. But yeah, well, we'll see. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.